Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Paper Garden. My name's Emily Hatcher. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Houston, Texas, and I stamp under the name Paper Garden. So I'm so happy you are here. The sun has finally come out today in Houston. We've been getting a lot of rain, which also probably means Molly will bark at some point during this video. Depending on if she feels like a stroller is suspicious, because there are lots of people out walking on this Sunday when I'm filming. So, welcome again. I'm so happy you're here. If you are here, please take a minute, and it doesn't even take a minute. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or follow if you haven't done either of those things yet on whichever social platform you found us on. Then go to the other social platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We really would appreciate your follows. It helps us keep making content and just helps my business out. So what is my business? What is an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator? Well, it means I teach people how to use paper, stamps, inks, punches, dies, all tools, all sorts of things to make cards, gift card holders, gift packaging, home decor, all sorts of paper craft fun. So you can check us out and shop with us at papergardenhtx.stampinup.net. And of course, you can subscribe to our newsletter also if you are there. Just scroll on down to the bottom and enter your email. But today we are gonna, if you watched last week's video, you could tell I wasn't quite with it. I really should. In honor of the Artemis mission, I really should have done this one last week, but we're doing it this week because everybody, especially here in Space City, is still talking about our astronauts. So we are going to be using the Moon and Back stamp set, which is an absolutely adorable stamp set, to make a card. And we're going to do a little something different today. And the card that I make on camera won't quite look like this, and I'll tell you why and what that technique is. It's not really even a technique, it's really a way of thinking, but we are going to make this great little card, Love You to the Moon and Back, with our little rocket ship, and so fun. It's such a cute set. You may have missed it when it came out back in March, but it is so cute, and I know all my space nerds will love it. It's a great set. But before we get to that, let's talk about some upcoming events. So card class. So there are 2 events that I have every month without fail, and one of them is monthly card class. It's the 3rd Saturday of every month, which means the next one is coming up on May 16th, in person in Houston, Texas, or you can purchase it to go. Also, there's always a way to earn it free the week of the class, so stay tuned for that. But we make 4 cards, each a unique design, and don't be deterred by the word class. It's really just a fun time to craft. Of course, it's a class because I teach you how to make the cards yourselves, but it does not feel like school. They're not hard instructions. It is a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon. So again, card class coming up in May 16th. Register by May the 10th. The second event that I have every month is Make and Mingle. So this is an in-person only option here in Houston. It's always the third Wednesday of every month, which means this next one coming up is going to be on May 20th. You need to register by May 19th. What is Make and Mingle? It's just a casual Wednesday night. You come by, you pay $30, and you pick one craft kit out of my stash, and you craft here. There's some snacks, some sips, and we socialize while we craft. So everybody works on something different. Sometimes I have, more than one of the same kit, but usually not. And there's always something new in that stash every month. We would love, if you're in the greater Houston area, we would love to have you. Third Wednesday of every month. Again, go to the website, papergardenhtx.stampinup.net, for more details on those events and all of our events, and register. That's where you can RSVP. So head on over there and sign up for those events. Other things going on in the larger Stampin' Up! Universe, virtual album retreat. So that is coming up soon. April 29th to May 1st is when the videos will be live streaming in the Facebook group, but they'll be available on demand after that for quite some time. So what is virtual album retreat? So that is an event that Stampin' Up! Puts on. I think this is the second or maybe the third year that they've done virtual album retreat. So you buy the retreat on the website, it gets sent to you, and then buying that kit, for lack of a better word, has so much more than you would think by just saying the word kit, which is why it is a retreat. By purchasing that, you get access to the videos and to the group. So what all is in it? What is an album retreat? So you're going to make 10 double page spreads. So that's 20 pages, 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. So what comes in the retreat that you purchase? 2 stamp sets, designer series paper, embellishments, the page protectors, the photo flip flaps, then one of the new shimmer brushes that you'll get that before that product is even live. So tons and tons of other product. We'd be here all day if I were listing it all out for you. So you should definitely go check it out. So you get all of those supplies. There's also a supply list available of some other things you'll want to make sure you have on hand. A lot of that is your crafting basics, your adhesives, your chamois, what colors ink, things like that. All that's available. And then you watch those videos either live or on demand, and all of a sudden you're going to have a whole album put together. It's a great way if you are interested in scrapbooking but kind of get overwhelmed on where to start, or maybe you're a seasoned scrapbooker but you're busy and you just need someone else to do all that design work. There you go, right? It's all there. So if you, as a special offer from me, if you purchase that album retreat from me, you will get, I will send you the physical album, so the binder part, for free as a thank you gift. So that's over a $40 value. So if you want to purchase that retreat through me, you'll get that mailed to you. Don't forget, you'll also earn your Stampin' Rewards on that. So that's Stampin' Rewards 10% back to use on a future purchase, on any purchase of $20 or more. So you earn rewards and you get that album from me. So head on over and check that out. Also coming up, The new catalog is coming, so I still can't open this for you, but the new catalog is coming in May. There is so much cool stuff. This will be the May to August catalog. You'll want to check this out. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of cool stuff in here in the May online exclusives. It is coming. I said I can't open and show you the inside, but I really want to. But it won't be that much longer. But with a new catalog launch, I am part of a group that is putting on a VIP preview event. So this is 2 days of an exclusive Facebook group where there are different demonstrators from both the US and Canada will be demoing new products from the catalog, and you'll get to see a lot of those new things in action, which is such a great way to really figure out what you might want to buy from the catalog, what you want to build on your wish list. I'll be doing a demo, some other really great, all of the other demos doing presentations are all great. So you'll get to learn techniques from other people. That event is May 4th and 5th. So how do you become a VIP? How do you get invited to this? Purchase from me. So anybody that's placed an online order from me in the last year will get an invitation to this event. It is in a Facebook group, so you will need a Facebook account in order to participate, but you'll get an invitation. So if you haven't placed an online order from me yet, place one this week, and then you'll secure your spot in this exclusive event. There's always a prize patrol going on. Like I said, you get all these other tips and tricks from other demonstrators and myself, and the project that I'll be showing in that's the only way you'll find out about that project. That's the only way to get that tutorial. I won't ever put that project in a class or online. So that is just a cool extra thing. There is also a second way to get an invitation to that VIP event, and that is to join my team. So if you are interested in becoming a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you want to join my team, you will also get an invitation to that VIP preview party. Remember, as a demonstrator, there's never any obligation to run this as a business, you don't have to sell in any way. You also don't really even have to buy if you place a couple of orders with your discount, and then you, for whatever happens, you don't want to place more orders, that's fine. Then you can just go back to being a customer from me. No problem. But if you are interested, there's a lot of great perks. So like I said, invitation to that VIP event. It also means that you can shop the new catalog right now, because demonstrators get to shop new product early, most new product early. You also get invited to my team events. So we have meetings every month where we just share things about stamping, stuff that's going on. I give some tips. You get invited to other events with other demonstrators I'm connected to. You get all of my tutorials for free. All sorts of really, and remember, you still earn Stampin' Rewards on your purchases, and I totally buried the lead, a 20% discount, right? So, and up to 25%, depending on how much you buy and or sell. So lots of great perks to being a demo. So head on over to the website, papergardenhtx.stampinup.net, hit that join button, or shoot me a message. Any of those things, we'd love to have you as part of our creative community. Other things going on, the latest paper pumpkin. So that is available for sign up through May 10th. What's Paper Pumpkin? It's our monthly subscription box. Such a great deal, such an easy gift. So we're coming up on Mother's Day. We're coming up on Father's Day because there's plenty of men in your life that like to craft, I promise you. But you can gift Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. They make a fantastic gift. So you can gift like a 3-month or a 6-month or a 12-month paid subscription. So something like doing a 12-month prepaid subscription, then every year on their birthday or every year on Mother's Day or Christmas or whatever, then you just renew it for them, right? Great way to do that. Or you can always, if you're buying for yourself or for someone else, but usually a little bit easier to do month to month if you're buying for yourself. So there's the month to month option too. So you get absolutely everything you need to make the project in a box delivered to you every month. So like I said, it's great for younger stampers. It's great for new stampers. You want to build your stamp collection and ink collection, kind of slowly, steadily every month. Great, on the go crafting. You always have crafting supplies. Perks of subscribing through me. So you'll get a gift from me after the end of your first 3 consecutive months of subscribing through me. Also, you get a bonus tutorial that is exclusive to Paper Pumpkin subscribers through me. You get a bonus tutorial every month. So much fun. This month is so beautiful. Just the sneak peek that you see here. It's going to be so pretty. So don't forget to go sign up for that. Also talking about sneak peeks, remember you'll get sneak peeks and information about everything coming up, everything about what's growing in the paper garden if you sign up for the newsletter. So head on over to papergardenhtx.stampinup.net. Scroll to the bottom, put your email in, follow the steps, and sign up for our newsletter. Also, we have a birthday club. So after you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get an email from me seeing if you want to sign up for the birthday club, which in the month of your birthday, you have the option to get a discounted order through me. So lots of great reasons to be on the newsletter, and the birthday club is one more. So we'd love to have you on our subscriber list. And speaking of subscribe, again, if you haven't hit that like button, if you haven't hit share, if you haven't subscribed or followed, please do that for us. We really appreciate it. So let's get stamping. So like I said, we are going to use this Moon and Back set. This photopolymer set has these great sentiments. You're out of this world. Love you to the moon and back. I did a video a while ago using the You're Out of This World. We're using Love You to the Moon and Back this time. Got your little astronaut, some little small shapes, 3, 2, 1 blast off, and this moon. So super great for like birthday cards, birthday invitations, just cute things like we're doing today. So great set. So what are we going to do? So this sample that I have here, we're going to, of course, stamp a card to look like this, but we're actually going to swap out and use the different designer paper because I want to show you, you'll get to see a lot at the end, how you can get totally different looks using pretty much all the exact same supplies, but swapping out a designer series paper. And it just goes to show you, like, investing in the stamps and inks. Those are longer term investments, you know, because of course, once you cut your paper and put it on your card, it's gone. But I always like to show you, like, that investment in those stamps and inks is worth it, right? Because you can think about continue, like, different ways to evolve, and also, like, design once, use way more than once, right? And just swapping out smaller elements. So this is the guy we're making. I'm gonna put it over here. Here are the supplies we're using. So remember, the only way to get all the measurements for everything is to be subscribed to the newsletter. So that's how you get the tutorial for this week, and is to head on over and subscribe. So we've got, to make this card, we're using some Night of Navy. We're using a piece from the Nature Walk DSP. We've cut out 2 pieces of the Lunar Luster specialty paper. So this is not foil. Though absolutely you could use silver foil for this, no problem. But I love this Lunar Luster specialty paper. So it feels like designer paper. It just has this luster finish. It is double-sided, which lets you do some cool things with embossing folders too, that you can't really always do with foil because it's only foil on one side, and it's lightweight. It's really pretty. So I've die cut 2 pieces out of Lunar Luster using Spotlight, 2 dies from Spotlight on Nature. And then we've got a scrap of basic white. And that's it. All right. So we're going to stamp first. We definitely want our Stampin' Pierce matte for this. Now, I mean, you want it every time, but with this stamp set, especially when we stamp this smaller one, you want this. Just helps you get those images crisply every time. So we've got our moon shape mounted on block E. I will tell you, the shape sort of fits on D, but the edges go right to the edge. And so really it is better if you have the E block to use the E, because then your pressure will be better. So this is Smoky Slate. Again, if I forget to give the colors or whatever, that's why you should subscribe to the newsletter, because all of those things get written down. So we've inked up. Now, Smoky Slate is it stamps great, which we'll see, but it's a much lighter colored ink. So that's why I love that we have our photopolymer stamps, so our see-through ones, because on our old style red rubber or cling stamps, it's so pale you couldn't always see. So again, I don't know how many videos I've sent on so far. We are getting new style ink pads in the catalog. Again, I can't open it up and show you, but we are getting new style ink pads. I showed it off briefly in last week's video, so look that up if you want to see. But again, this is 2 generations ago of stamp pad. Stamp's great still have it. So new ink pads coming out with new in colors. You're going to want these in colors. But again, don't feel like you're going to have to, that these investments that you made are throwaway product. They are not. I've been using this Smoky Slate ink pad for at least 8 years. Still stamps great. Still have it. They're worth the investment. So I've stamped our moon. Now we're going to stamp our sentiment, which is love you to the moon, and back. So we've got our Knight of Navy, same thing here. So this is really where the beauty of photopolymer stamps really comes in, because Stampin' Up! Has done all the hard work of making sure that these coordinated stamps in this set like fit together. And since it's in photopolymer, it makes it so easy for you to just line that up and press down. And you've got this beautiful moon sentiment. So we're gonna go ahead and punch that out right now, and then we're gonna come back and stamp again. So our 2 3/8 circle punch. So this is very important. This moon will not fit in the 2-inch circle punch. So you need the 2 3/8 if you're going to punch it out. Now you could just as easily, I'm doing the layer on this card with the Lunar Luster out of the Spotlight on Nature, and then this. You could just as easily stamp it on and die cut it in with this size circle die, or circle die that you had from Spotlight on Nature. You don't have to have the punch to use the set by any means, but if you are looking at it, and if you're thinking about this, and you're like, oh, well, that's a decent amount of white border, maybe the 2-inch punch will work. It is too small. You need the 2 3/8. So as always, you line up, looking at the bottom of the punch, so that you can see where you're punching. So we're gonna put that over here. Now we are gonna use our Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp our spaceship, excuse me, because we're gonna add a little bit of color. So this stamp pad is changing with the new catalog. Why is it changing? So there is going to be a new black stamp pad called a hybrid pad. And this hybrid pad in black, you will be able to use one thing of black ink, one black ink pad, to stamp black ink and to then either color with your Stampin' Blends or do your watercolor. So right now, your Memento, you can use your Stampin' Blends, which I'm going to do here in a minute. But if you want a watercolor, you have to use the StazOn Jet Black ink, which I have too. Y'all may have seen me use that on some projects a while ago. The StazOn right now, like I said, Memento for just stamping black, or if you want to color using Stampin' Blends, you have to use the StazOn black ink if you want to use our watercolor tools and techniques. But with the new hybrid stamp pad coming in the catalog, you can use one black stamp pad to either stamp black, and that's just, rather than use, seeing a red door and leaving it, you want to stamp it black, right? Totally fine. Or you can stamp and color in with Stampin' Blends, or you can stamp and color in with watercolor. So much more versatile coming up. So stay tuned on that. That's why you may be seeing some of these, the StazOn ink pad as well as this Memento maybe go low inventory, and it seems like they're not restocking it. That's because that new stamp pad is coming up. So we are going to color with light crumb cake Stampin' Blends. So your Stampin' Blends, when you come in a set of 2 markers with the shade, so one is light and one is a dark version of the same color. We are using crumb cake because when I started to design, I realized I have absolutely 0 Stampin' Blends in any shade of blue. So I'm not sure how that happened. I did pink on this one, and I was like, oh, so let me get my like Night of Navy or whatever, and I don't have one. So that's on my wish list for my next one. So we're just going to use crumb cake and just stamp in a little bit here. And then we are going to fussy cut, which basically means you cut out around it instead of using a punch or a die. I, in general, am pretty anti-fussy cut because I am not a good free cutter, but this image, I felt like I could do a pretty good job. I'm using some of my needlepoint scissors to get this tiny. I did cut the other one out using like my bigger scissors that you've seen me use on here before, and it was fine. But since I was doing this live, sort of live, I like to film these as if I was live because I don't like to spend a ton of time like editing together a bunch of stuff. So that's why a lot of the mistakes stay in. So now we've got our little rocket ship. So we are done with our stamping. We're done with our punching. And we are going, see, like that noise is going to stay in. That's me dropping one of the blocks on the table. So now we are going to assemble. Piece of Night of Navy. So I, at some point, got some little schmutzy on this. So I don't know how I did that. Always an adventure here. So I'm making sure that part is going to be covered up by the designer series paper. So use my bone folder. If you don't own a bone folder, buy a bone folder. It just makes this beautiful crisp edge. So good. So now we've got this piece from the Nature Walk DSP. This piece behind here is cloud cover. And actually these little grid lines are Lost Lagoon, but I think it looks great on Night of Navy too. Lost Lagoon, they might be pretty peacock, but they're so faint. But this is a cloud cover background. So now we're gonna put, this is our designer series paper down for our card front. And now we're gonna layer. So we've got our circles from our lunar luster. We've got our stamped images. So in thinking of building your layers out, if I'm gonna mail a card, I don't like to do more than one layer of dimensionals. If I know for sure I'm giving a card in person, then I'll go crazy with the layers, right? But if I think there's even a small chance that I might mail it, I only like to do like one dimensional height high. Keeps, helps keep you for sure within the weight limit in general, but also for it not to be too thick. And they say that you need more postage, or it gets kicked out of the machine and gets torn up, all of those things. So I am putting this down, and I like to do it at a little bit of a jaunty angle, even though it's a circle. So is there really an angle? But there sort of is, right? So that the words are at a jaunty angle. So you see, I use my Stampin' Seal, and then my dimensionals. This way, though, I really found that the little rocket ship needed to be on a dimensional. So if you watched the video the other week, you'll remember that I said I accidentally ordered the full-size dimensionals instead of the mini, but it's fine. You can cut dimensionals. So I had cut it in half, and a half full-size fits on here just fine. And so now I'm going to put our little rocket on here, and then it's okay that it's going to get mushed a little. And then we're going to put a little rocket here, up here. It's on its way home. And then I've got a few embellishments. Now these Sparkle Dot Essentials, unfortunately, I believe are completely sold out. They went on last chance, and I do believe they have gone into the unknown. But there's always plenty of other embellishments out there to look. Also, you don't have to have embellishments. For many years, I never put any embellishments on cards because I don't know. I just couldn't get my brain to figure it out. So I put some of those Night of Navy, but like I said, other embellishments out, maybe some Wink of Stella, add some more shimmer, or you don't necessarily need it, but there's the card. But here's what I want to talk about, right? So here's what we just made. Now we've got two versions of the same card, but with pretty different vibes, right? So if you take this view of the world, it could be feminine and masculine. It could just be what someone's favorite colors are, what you have on hand, but really different vibe. But the only things we changed, right? Because both of these stamped in Night of Navy, both of these stamped in Smoky Slate, Lunar Luster cut with the same size. Both of those rocket ships stamped with our memento and then just colored in with different colors. Night of Navy card base. These embellishments are from the same pack of embellishments, just two different colors. Everything, all of that, except this is from the Made with Love. No, Endless Love. Man, this is why I was supposed to write that down. Made with Love DSP, still available, and Nature Walk DSP still available. And that's also what I want to talk about. So like when the Last Chance list got updated earlier this month, you might have been like, why is this Made with Love DSP not on Last Chance? Like, it's not Valentine's Day. It's not going to be Valentine's Day for 10 months. But look at these other ways you can use the patterns in there. Of course, this would have made a good Valentine, but also birthday card. Also, I think either of these designs would make a great anniversary card. If your partner is a big space person, like how cute, or even if they're not a space person, right? I think it would make a great anniversary card. obviously birthday cards, or just, you know, you want to tell somebody you love them. You don't need an occasion for that, right? So the fact that you woke up this morning and that they woke up this morning and you love them is an occasion to send them a card telling them that. So but that is what I wanted to show. How, like I said, same design, you know, I put the embellishment different places because you just put them wherever you want. Same design, different look, different feel, by switching out the paper. So grab your Moon and Back stamp set by going on the shopping link from papergardenhtx.stampinup.net and make these cute cards for someone in your life. Again, sign up for our newsletter, check out our events, hit that like button, follow, subscribe. We love making these videos for you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.